Hey guys, welcome to another commentary done by Diggity up mid right hand corner. We've got none other than Red Machine, who's going to be in blue, ironically, as playing as Zerg X. Wow, can't talk all of a sudden. Bottom left hand corner, Flash starting as the Black Terran. This is going to be on Dominator, and this is Starcon 2025, the second round of the upper bracket, where you're going to start seeing some of the guys that were seeded. I wonder actually how that was determined by Zen, although I think I know that Striker and Artosis were seeded. I'm trying to think who else was seeded, but there were a couple guys that definitely should have been seeded. I think Raz was probably another seed, and I'm trying to think who the fourth seed was. Regardless, strong competitors in tier 2, and they only get strong in the upper bracket as we continue. This is going to be a rough game for Flash. He has played against Machine in the past as practice partners, and I believe Machine did a lot of tutorial stuff for him, but at the same time, Machine is, again, as I've said in previous commentaries, a vicious competitor, and he's a guy I have bias towards. He's a really good dude. He's a sweetheart. It's hard to not root for Machine, especially when you see him play, because he's got this insane intense focus, and with that and the high APM and his fingers scrambling, and you can just tell he's like pouring his absolute everything into every single game, which is all you can ask at anybody, I guess, that they pour themselves into the thing, right? That you try. Anyway, Flash dropping a supply depot to initially stage up for a potential front door block with a second supply depot and a barracks along that edge. Machine checking the 12 o'clock location first. I'm not sure if this Overlord will... I don't think Flash is going to go so deep. I should specify this is FlashFTW, not... I said it on Twitch and I'm like, oh, it was Flash. I'll just stay Flash and see if I fool people. I've actually lost viewers since then. But I'm wondering if this Overlord spots the SCV or vice versa. Holding on the edge, and it looks like this SCV did manage to sneak out of the darkness, and a drone is going to have to scout the front. And we're seeing a 13 command center out of Flash, and let's see if Machine, he has an opportunity to harass with this drone scout and delay the bunker. The spawning pool is about halfway finished. I'm sorry. Barracks, I think, slightly delayed by that drone blockade, but it looks like Flash is going to get away with it. He's going to get away with it. Fist shake. Very bold maneuver on a 3-player map to go for that particular build, and drone's taking heavy damage, so it's going to have to exit. And that will be a denied scout on top of everything else, as the supply depot creating a nice seal on that front wall. Gas getting grabbed as well as far as a follow-up, and the SCV scout for Flash also able to wander up. Talk about Flash-esque play. Yeah. Layer morphing pretty rapidly. We're staging for 2-hatch Mutalisk right this second. We'll see, and there might be an opportunity if this SCV gets feisty to actually move forward and hunt that drone. It looks like instead it is taking some damage from Zerglings. The 4 Zerglings making their way out. This is gonna be scary, actually, because we got 6 Zerglings making their way towards the front, and we only have a single Marine potentially to defend by the time they get there, and it's only going to be 1 Marine. And so now, okay, the next question is positioning. As the 6 Zerglings make their way forward, SCVs are drawing towards the front to provide some additional repair support. The SCV's pulling off, that's going to delay some mining, and there's a hole on the top I didn't even recognize. Zergling's able to get all the way through. Machine saw it, though. Oh, man. Now, 4 Zerglings remain. 2 of them are heavily damaged. Scrambling all directions. Still delayed mining time. They're all on attack move. So that natural expansion effectively is not mining. Machine moving down to the main, going to disrupt mining there. No gas mining happening. Do we have additional Marines? Okay, additional Marine has been constructed, but this is still 4 Zerglings. With factories being built, so it looks like this is going to be a transition to, I don't know if this was intended, I think it might have been, but this is certainly now a transition to mech. In the space of this, the Zerglings bypassing the single Marine, going to start working on that SCV, delaying that factory. The longer it takes for a Vulture to get out, the harder these, and man, these Zerglings getting all sorts of bonus damage. Now the problem for Flash is I don't think there's any way he's going to be able to defend the Mutalisks. So 2 more Marines have been wiped out. The third that was produced is wiped out. And is that fourth Marine going to get ticked away as well? Yes. These Zerglings have done absolutely incredible amounts of damage. And Flash trying to finally cleans up the Zerglings. Finally is going to open up that natural expansion. Machine can go ahead and grab it. Looks like the SCV is still alive. He missed out on a lot of that action. I wonder if he's thinking like, wow, the scouting's going well. I'm doing such a good job. But here's the problem. Do we even have an engineering bay? Second factory, machine shop, no engineering bay, 1 Marine. And that is it. And we've got 5 Mutalisks at least, probably more on the way for machine. Ticking up +1 armor actually is going to, so slowing things a little bit down as far as Mutalisk production by also grabbing an additional +1 armor on top of everything else. But there's no way that Flash is going to defend. Again, trying to build a Vulture, engineering base halfway finished, and the Mutalisks are already on their way. And this was actually slow, honestly, as far as the Mutalisk production. I think Machine got a bit distracted microing the Zerglings, because usually this is out around like 5:45, 5:30. Engineering bay up, lifted off, no Goliaths as of yet. We do have some initial turrets being produced. The Mutalisks, however, are ignoring the main. They're going to go straight for that natural expansion. That's 1 dead Marine. It's going to get maybe 2 bullets off. Yeah, they just going ahead and interrupting that turret, hunting down the Vulture as it's making its way across. Because there was no sunken colony. It looks like the sunken colony now being built. That was a nice distraction measure from Flash to at least allow that turret to be produced. But this is still going to be a dead... This is a stay of execution for this turret. Flash still in the red now, losing these 2 supply depots out on the front. No third base from Machine, but a third base isn't going to be needed, actually dropping a third hatchery interiors to his base. 2 Goliaths now out, taking a bit of damage. Actually, that was a perfect engagement point for Flash. If Machine backs off and just waits for another handful of Mutalisks, he can start chopping down these turrets with impunity. +1 weapons, by the way. Sorry, +1 armor being upgraded from Flash. Where are the Mutalisks headed now? I actually didn't think they were gonna... I thought they were gonna wait back a minute here. Kind of you have a clump of turrets there. A turret kind of oddly placed near the factory line. 3 factories up. Flash is actually stabilized somehow. Like, he should have been dead. That should have been game. Machine has a base up top left. He's still in dire straits, I will say, which is also an awesome Brood War map as a side note. I think Machine's actually showing a little bit of mercy here. Going in, raking over SCVs. These turrets seem to have like extra range on the space of this. But yeah, not a lot of SCVs left at the natural expansion. Machine is ahead in workers. He's transitioning to Hydralistan to get kind of the dual composition to deal with mech. We do have 4 Goliaths out. And I think count might rise to 7. Machine would really have to drop the ball to drop this match at this stage. And right now, I think he is being somewhat merciful, because honestly, if he built 3 more Mutalisks, and then went in and just started chopping down turrets, that would have been game, and the Goliaths wouldn't have been able to do anything about it. So I think he knows that he's got this one won at this stage, and he's being nice, is I believe what is happening here. Or playing cautious. It's hard to tell with Machine sometimes, because sometimes he'll have an advantage and he'll opt to play cautious just to make sure he gets a sealed victory. There's a lot of the media guys have this problem. Idra did this on occasion. Artosis does this on occasion, where you got a death strangle, and then there's opportunities that are given to the opponent to get back in the match. That being said, I'm still going to heavily favor Machine here, but this is potentially a situation where, despite having a significant lead, opportunities are being given to Flash to sneak back into this. Machine drawing back, piling up some Hydralisks, and we have a Goliath attack force that's shortly going to have +1 moving out onto the field. 10 Goliaths in total. Second creep colony getting dropped. Machine can just shell up behind this and still be okay. He doesn't have lurker tech, doesn't need lurker tech. He's honestly going to have enough Hydralisks and Mutalisks, and actually probably can defend with the flat Mutalisks. The Goliaths gonna dive in. The problem for Flash is I don't think this is going to be sufficient to breach, and you need to breach with this volume of Goliaths, because if you do not breach, then they often get stranded. It looks like Flash actually going to draw them back as the Mules again going to work on the natural expansion, racking up some additional kills. A lot of additional hits on the Mules as they're drawing back. No third gas getting grabbed in the upper left, just minerals mining here for Machine off this space. The Hydra is starting to move out on the field. They're going to hunt that Goliath army at this stage. They're going to combine attack forces, grouping the middle. The Goliath's getting the initial advantage as the Hydralisks are starting to group up, but this is so many Hydralisks and really good focus fire from Machine as well. Mutalisks joining the fray is on top of everything else, and there's GG from Flash. Part of the problem with mechs is, yeah, you need to hit hard, you need to get the damage done, you need to win the fight and not lose your army. Otherwise, you get one, maybe two shots with it. But gonna GG right there. We'll move on to game 2. Little bit of a fumble in the early game. Let's actually rewind. This is for my own edification, and I guess everybody else's as well. This supply depot needs to be a tick back, we have learned. Because at this position, this is a runnable slot, so we have learned. I did not know. Missed it with my eyes. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for listening. I missed it, Machine did not. Just like a wily Zerg.